Hello and welcome to the special edition of Viewpoint, live to you from Mumbai tonight, where the politics of the son of the soil, Veer Savarkar, has been ignited again. And it started with Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, who was in the middle of his Bharat Jodo Yatra, flashing a letter in which he claimed that Savarkar was seen begging the British for mercy. Now, from the cellular jail in Andamans, it is a fact that Savarkar did write that letter not once but on multiple occasions, but the context of that letter may be missing. What he and fellow life-term inmates were undergoing in that prison, that context may be missing. That is what many right-oriented historians have contested. The BJP has lashed out at Rahul Gandhi. What is complicating matters is that now there seems to be a wedge driven between members of the Mahavikas Aghadi, between the Shiv Sena and the Congress, more so with Sanjay Raut, senior leader of the Shiv Sena, an ally of the Congress in the MVA, asking for nothing less than the Bharat Ratna for Veer Savarkar. So is it about history and a correct reading of history, or is it simply about histrionics and politics? But first, the story so far.
Savarkar politics has been reignited. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi, who is on a Bharat Jodo Yatra, made a controversial statement in Akola, attacking Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. He even showed a copy of Savarkar's letter seeking mercy from the Britishers.
ये सावरकर जी की चिट्ठी है जिसमें उन्होंने अंग्रेजों को लिखा है I beg to remain, sir, your most obedient servant. ये मैंने नहीं लिखा, ये सावरकर जी ने लिखा है.
Savarkar's family were quick to react on Rahul Gandhi's statement. His grandson has even threatened to file a police complaint against Rahul Gandhi.
इनको लगता है मैंने जो बोला वो इतिहास बन गया, इसी गलतफहमी से हुआ है. अभी हमने पुलिस स्टेशन में कंप्लेंट की है, तो इसकी तहकीकात करेंगे और पूरा इसका न्याय होगा और इनके ऊपर कार्रवाई होगी.
The BJP went all out against him. The Saffron Party staged a protest demanding an apology from the former Congress president. They also labelled Congress as an anti-Hindu, anti-India party.
वो देश का विरोधी है, हिंदू संस्कृति का वो विरोधी है, वो भारत का विरोधी है.
एक राजनीतिक पार्टी और
Rahul Gandhi's remarks on Savarkar come days after his allies in Maharashtra demanded the Bharat Ratna for him. The Uddhav Thackeray faction of Shiv Sena is now anticipating some cracks in the Maharashtra Vikas Aghadi.
भारत जोड़ो यात्रा चल रहा है, उनको अच्छे समर्थन मिल रहा है. महाराष्ट्र में सबसे ज्यादा समर्थन मिला. वीर सावरकर का मुद्दा लाने की जरूरत नहीं थी. उससे महाराष्ट्र विकास अघाड़ी में भी दरार पड़ सकती है. मैं आपको बता रहा हूं.
This is not the first time that Rahul Gandhi and the Congress have attacked Savarkar. The former Hindu Mahasabha president was at the center of several Congress campaigns. But the question which we are asking today, is Savarkar politics a discussion on history or just histrionics?
So this has become deeply political. A short while ago, Aditya Thackeray also held a press conference. Ranjit Savarkar, the grandson of Veer Savarkar, has also taken on Rahul Gandhi, attacking him, saying this is deliberate insult of Savarkar in his land here in Maharashtra, where we're coming to you live from. But like I said, it's deeply political. JP Nadda, the BJP party president, has also reacted on this, saying that Rahul Gandhi does not have a sense of history and he always goes on this tirade against icons, or at least people who have been considered icons by large sections of Indian society. Let's listen in to what the BJP president had to say, and then we'll open this up to our guests.
कल का आपका बयान महापुरुष वीर सावरकर के बारे में इतना हल्का बयान स्वतंत्रता सेनानी के खिलाफ, क्या सोच है? तो इसलिए ये तोड़ने निकले हैं, ये जोड़ने नहीं निकले हैं. और इनसे कुछ भी होगा तो टूटेगा ही टूटेगा. जुड़ना तो आता ही नहीं.
All right, let me go across to our guest now. Guru Prakash Paswan is BJP national spokesperson. Mayur Jha of the Congress will be joining us as well. Uday Mahurkar is Central Information Commissioner and also author of the book Veer Savarkar. Sanjay Gupta is a leader of the Shiv Sena. Let me start with Guru Prakash Paswan. The fact that Rahul Gandhi produced this letter, and of course other historians have also produced this letter written by Veer Savarkar, asking for apology, asking for mercy, so on and so forth. But politically, in Maharashtra, where his Bharat Jodo Yatra is going on, in the middle of that, to insult a son of the soil, somebody who was part of the freedom struggle, is that political naivete? Or is Rahul Gandhi trying to stroke some kind of a controversy by isolating and saying that, look, Savarkar, by extension, the RSS, was supportive of the British, and we, the Indian National Congress, were the ones who fought the British?
Zaka, we have to understand a couple of things first. We already knew, the nation was already aware of the knowledge of Mr. Rahul Gandhi about the politics of India. But Mr. Rahul Gandhi has proved to be a bad student of history as well. I would like to remind Mr. Rahul Gandhi of the letter which was written by the former Prime Minister of India, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, a remarkable son of India, former Prime Minister of India. Indira Gandhi is saying Savarkar was a remarkable son of India. Point number one. Point number two, Shahid Bhagat Singh, about the book of Savarkar that he wrote on 1857 struggle, he not only translated that book, but also distributed that book. Mahatma Gandhi on several occasions have interacted with Savarkar on his social reformer aspect. So either Shahid Bhagat Singh ji, Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and Mahatma Gandhi, all of them are wrong and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is right. I want to put across this question to Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his representative here today. The question is that there is no moral foundation to Mr. Rahul Gandhi now. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, before the starting of this yatra, have we forgotten Father George Punaiya? Father George Punaiya made such scathing comment about Bharat Mata. Yesterday only about that Rashtragan fiasco that happened under Mr. Rahul Gandhi. So Mr. Rahul Gandhi has got a lot of explanation to do. He has to say that he is right and Mahatma Gandhi, Indira Gandhi and Shahid Bhagat Singh were collectively wrong.
Let me ask Uday Mahurkar, not just as Central Information Commissioner, but also the author of a book on Veer Savarkar. Rahul Gandhi is not the first person to flash this letter. Many numerous left historians have also flashed this letter saying that Veer Savarkar had actually begged the British for mercy. The point, though, is to do it in Maharashtra, and that too when the Congress party is allied with the Shiv Sena, the Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, to say this in Maharashtra, insult a son of the soil, how does it make any political sense?
Zaka, I am not from political background, but I have been a former journalist. So I would like to speak a few words on this. I think it is suicidal to attack Savarkar in Maharashtra. And I mean, as a political analyst, which I was till I became the commissioner, I think he's virtually sitting on the obituary of Congress, you know. Because to attack Savarkar in Maharashtra in such a manner, it's almost a suicide. And plus it is falsification of history. You see, Savarkar's apology is being tossed by Congress and those you know, who survive on a divided India. You see, they are tossing it around for quite some time. But let us look at history. Veer Savarkar tendered 10 apologies to the British during his tenure in cellular jail in Andaman. Let us be very clear. Yes. It was part of his larger strategy to free himself from the jail and restart the struggle against the British. Now, let us look at Shivaji, from whom Savarkar drew inspiration. You see, Chhatrapati Shivaji tendered 5 apologies to Aurangzeb in his entire career. Out of these 5, 3 apologies were followed by a treaty between Shivaji and Mughals. And each and every treaty was broken by Shivaji, because it was part of his larger strategy to win the battle against Mughals. So Savarkar's apologies have to be seen in, and he has not hidden it. He has made a mention of it in his book, My Transportation for Life, and in his another book, From the Darkness of Andaman, he says that he tried to convince his fellow revolutionaries not to rot in the jail, but to come out of the jail and then restart the struggle against the British. But more than that, Zaka, give me one more minute. I want to put it straight, you know. His 1913 apology to the Governor General was followed by a letter. Just let me read this. Was followed by a letter by General Craddock, Home Member Craddock. And what does Craddock say? He writes to the British authorities in Andaman. He is the Home Member, and he is commenting on an apology letter, a mercy petition of Savarkar returned to the Governor General on 19th December 1913. What does he write? He says, I am reading it, give me 1 minute. In case of Savarkar, it is quite impossible to give him any liberty here, and I think he would escape from any Indian jail. So important a leader is he that the European section of the Indian anarchists would plot for his escape, which would before long be organized. If he were allowed outside the cellular jail in the Andamans, his escape would be certain. His friends would easily charter a steamer to lie off one of the islands, and little money distributed locally would do the rest. So the people to whom Savarkar tendered apology, how they thought about it? I think there could be greater evidence, greater proof to prove that Savarkar's apology letters were a part of a larger strategy, Chanakya Niti or Shivaji Niti.
Strategy.
So this is complete falsification of history by
Let
Congress.
Let me ask Mayur Jha of the Congress
Rahul
Party.
Gandhi,
What I want to know, politically speaking, I think what Udayji also said makes absolute sense. Forget about, history for a moment. Leave alone the context in which Savarkar asked for these mercy petitions and so on, and whether it was part of a larger strategy. But to come to Maharashtra, where Savarkar is a revered figure, he's almost a deified figure, and to insult him by saying that he was a British apologist. I mean, is Rahul Gandhi being politically naive, or is he trying to, sow the seeds of division? Because that's what the BJP is also saying. This is not Bharat Jodo, then this is Bharat Thodo. Why would you insult a son of the soil when you're in his land? It makes no sense.
Zaka, first thing first, how many times did we debate Savarkar before 2014? BJP was in power between 1998 to 2004 also. The reason, Zaka, is that the original BJP did have a sense of understanding of history. The BJP that emerged from the Bharatiya Jan Sangh, the BJP of Vajpayee ji, the BJP of Advani ji, had a far better sense of history than the current lot of BJP, which mostly consumes its history through WhatsApp forwards. Did the Bharatiya Jan Sangh, I'll like to point this to Mr. Mahurkar as well as the BJP spokesperson here, did the Bharatiya Jan Sangh of the 1950s ever accepted Savarkar as their own? The very fact that Savarkar continued to run the Hindu Mahasabha, which continued to run parallel to the Bharatiya Jan Sangh, the very fact that the Bharatiya Jan Sangh never legitimized the activities of Savarkar ji basically goes on to say that even the Bharatiya Jan Sangh of the 1950s was not very, was not very accepting to the ideas of Mr. Savarkar. What Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji has said is a matter of history. It is a matter of record. Now the problem is that people who consume their history mostly from WhatsApp forward will differ. Has anyone questioned the contribution of Savarkar ji till 1910? No. Was Savarkar ji a freedom fighter till 1910? Absolutely. Savarkar ji was one of the most revered freedom fighters till 1910. But the personality of Mr. Savarkar needs to be viewed in two different contexts. The one before 1910 and the one after 1910. The fact that 1910, the only one thing that defined Mr. Savarkar
I'm talking
was
about the present. Mayur, I'm talking about the present. Day before yesterday, Rahul Gandhi, your leader, said what he said about Savarkar, right? The day after that, hear me out, 10 seconds, Mayur Jha. The day after that, Sanjay Raut, who's a senior leader of your ally party, the Shiv Sena, comes and says, Veer Savarkar is so great that he should be given the Bharat Ratna. So you have your own ally saying Savarkar needs to be given the Bharat Ratna, and your leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, says he was an apologist for the British. Surely something is amiss. If nothing else, these two parties have a fundamental difference of opinion when it comes to a historical figure.
Zaka, as far as the relationship between Shiv Sena and the Congress party is concerned, the relationship is based on a common minimum program. The debate on Mr. Savarkar doesn't figure as part of that common minimum program. There is a common agenda, there is a common goal towards which the NCP, the Shiv Sena and the Congress, who together form the Mahavikas Aghadi, are functioning. So leave that issue aside. There are minor differences. These differences will be addressed. The Mahavikas Aghadi is going to stay intact. Let me tell you on record here on your channel. The fact that, why we are seeing this debate emerge again and again is because of the fact that the Bharat Jodo Yatra has really psyched the current lot of BJP. the fact that the Bharat Jodo Yatra is getting unprecedented support state after state.
No. Mayur, as much as you would like to believe that, fact is that Mr. Gandhi started this. It is not the BJP that started this or the Shiv Sena that started this. Mr. Gandhi started this, and of course others are reacting to what he has said. Like I said, he is free to say what he wants to say. Doesn't mean that others will accept it. Okay, let me ask Sanjay Gupta of the Shiv Sena. Sanjay ji, it's very clear that Shiv Sena and the Congress party on this issue have a fundamental difference. कि सावरकर का जो रोल था आज़ादी के struggle में, I think it's very clear that Shiv Sena and Congress do not agree on this. Do you believe that by saying what he said about Savarkar, he has undermined your Shiv Sena, यानी कि Uddhav Thackeray की Shiv Sena, and has given a reason to the Shinde Sena? Because the Shinde Sena has been claiming all along कि आप लोगों ने जाके कांग्रेस के साथ हाथ मिलाया, NCP के साथ हाथ मिलाया. You have diluted Hindutva, which Shiv Sena stood for. And Rahul Gandhi has proved that right. Shinde Sena जो अभी तक जो बोल के आ रही थी, वो सब सही निकला राहुल गांधी के इस बयान के द्वारा.
जाका चक्रवर्ती, देखिए, किसी से हाथ मिला लेने से या किसी के साथ बैठकर किसी से हाथ मिला लेने से या किसी के साथ बैठ करके खाना खा लेने से किसी के विचार नहीं बदलते. विचार जिसके जो होते हैं वो वही रहते हैं. तो कांग्रेस की अपनी अलग विचारधारा है, शिवसेना की अपनी अलग विचारधारा है. वीर सावरकर के मुद्दे पर तो हमेशा ही 2-3 साल से राहुल गांधी जी बोल रहे हैं, और 2-3 साल से जब भी राहुल गांधी जी ने बोला है तभी शिवसेना ने उनको जवाब दिया है, बल्कि उनको हिस्ट्री बताने की कोशिश भी की है. मगर वो सुनना नहीं चाहते या जानना नहीं चाहते, या उनको कोई बताता नहीं है कि वीर सावरकर को श्रीमती इंदिरा गांधी जी ने भी सम्मानित किया था, सन ऑफ इंडिया का खिताब दिया था, उनके नाम से डाक टिकट भी जारी की थी. मुझे समझ में नहीं आता कि राहुल गांधी जी कौन सी हिस्ट्री पढ़ते हैं या कौन सा किताब पढ़ते हैं, और या कोई उनको समझाता क्यों नहीं, कोई कुछ बताता क्यों नहीं कि अगर उन्होंने माफ़ी मांगी थी, माफीनामा दिया था तो यही सोच करके दिया था.
नहीं संजय जी, सिर्फ ये बताइए, साफ ये बताइए कि क्या ये एक फंडामेंटल डिफरेंस है जिसके वजह से ये अलायंस टूट भी सकती है?
बिल्कुल, इस अलायंस को टूट जाना ही बेहतर है, क्योंकि इस अलायंस किससे अलायंस करना इस कांग्रेस से. हमने जिस कांग्रेस के खुद के नेता उसको छोड़ करके चले गए, जिसके कारण हमारी पार्टी के नेता आज हमसे रुष्ट है, ऐसी कांग्रेस के साथ अलायंस करके रखना मैं इसको बेहतर नहीं समझता. और इस विषय में जिस तरह से पार्टी में विचार किया जा रहा है, मैं हमेशा से इस बात
मयूर झा जी तो कह रहे हैं कि अलायंस को कोई खेद नहीं पहुंचेगा, कोई इश्यू नहीं होगा. ये तो हिस्ट्री की बात है. हम प्रेजेंट की बात करें तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं आएगी अलायंस को.
डिसीजन
ये तो उनका मानना है.
देखिए, डिसीजन तो आदित्य जी और उद्धव जी ने लेना है. जो वो डिसीजन लेंगे हम उनके साथ रहेंगे. लेकिन हमारा मानना और हमारी शिवसेना के एक आदमी का मानना यही है, वो चाहते हम सब यही है कि इस कांग्रेस के गठबंधन से बाहर आया जाए, क्योंकि कांग्रेस के साथ हमारी किसी भी तरह की विचारधारा नहीं मिलती. कांग्रेस के साथ हमारा कोई भी चीज नहीं मिलती. कांग्रेस से हमारा
let me go back to Uddhav Thackeray. One of the points, I think 2 points that Mayur Jha raised. One, he says that even the Bharatiya Janata Sangh had differences on Savarkar's role in the freedom struggle. He says that for a longest time the Janata Sangh did not recognize Savarkar's role. They had fundamental difference of opinion. So please respond to that. And secondly, Udayji, it's also a fact, isn't it, that Savarkar stood trial for the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, he did get acquitted, but the fact is he stood trial.
No, again, there is falsification of history, Zaka, here. In 1978, Manohar Malgaonkar, by no means a person associated with RSS or Hindutva, the great author, he wrote a book, The Man Who Killed Gandhi. In that book, he has written how he met Digambar Badge, the approver on whose statement Savarkar was implicated in the Gandhi murder. Badge told him in no uncertain terms that he had turned approver because of pressure from the then ruling party and ruling government, which is the Congress. And more than that, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So you know, this is complete falsification. You know, Manohar Malgaonkar, by no means he can be associated with the Hindutva movement or Hindutva thought. He was an honest writer, a very celebrated writer. He writes in 1978 where he cites the approver on whose statement Savarkar was booked. And that approver tells him, look here, I did it under pressure. Now what more evidence do you need? So there is a campaign to denigrate Savarkar. The reason I will go a step further. You see, Savarkar, my book written by me and my co-author Chirayu Pandit, conclusively proves that Savarkar was the greatest symbol of India's security, national security. One. And two, we have called him the father of India's national security and diplomacy. So the whole plan is to see that Savarkar doesn't emerge as an icon of the future generation. If it happens, then those who are surviving on divided India, they'll have to close shop.
All right.
It is very clear, and because they are dependent on minority votes.
Let me play
it's all about minority
bite.
Politics.
Let me play a
sound
bite of Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister. Remember, a large battery, an army of BJP senior leaders have been in Gujarat today campaigning in different locations. So was Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He has attacked Rahul Gandhi on this issue of Veer Savarkar, and he has said that Rahul Gandhi does not know history, he does not know what he's talking about. He's now attacked Rahul Gandhi front and center on this issue of Veer Savarkar, saying that the Congress and its leader have insulted a martyr. Now remember, the Bharat Jodo Yatra after a few days in Maharashtra will proceed to Madhya Pradesh and then from Madhya Pradesh to pole-bound Gujarat. So this could well be Shivraj Singh Chauhan sort of laying the ground for a political attack before the Bharat Jodo Yatra enters Madhya Pradesh. But this is what he has said. Let's listen in.
कांग्रेस शहीदों का अपमान करती है। कांग्रेस की सरकार रही तो हमें यही पढ़ाया गया। देश को आजादी इंदिरा जी ने दिलाई, नेहरू जी ने दिलाई, और कोई को याद ही नहीं करते थे। कल अपमान किया है राहुल गांधी ने, स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर का अपमान। 2-2 जन्म की सजा जिन्हें मिली थी, काला पानी की सजा जिनने काटी, देश के लिए सब कुछ लुटा दिया, वैसे स्वतंत्र वीर सावरकर का तुम अपमान करते हो राहुल गांधी, कांग्रेसियों, ये देश तुम्हें कभी माफ नहीं करेगा।
All right, let me go back to Guru Prakash Paswan. Guru Prakash Paswan, politically speaking, forget about what happened historically and what Rahul Gandhi's view is and what your views are on Veer Savarkar. Right now, political expediency demands that the Shiv Sena, the NCP and the Congress stick together because of the BMC elections. They know that they stand a chance only if they stick together, because if they split, then the Shinde faction and the BJP will wipe through the BMC. They will win the BMC elections hands down. So political expediency calls for them to stick together. So this difference about a historical figure from 100 years ago, that is something that they will sacrifice or keep in the back burner for the political expediency of the present time.
No, definitely, Zaka. And I think the argument which you are making is a politically nuanced argument. But the point is that the Congress party has now become structurally irreparable. Anything that is even remotely Hindu is a matter of hatred for the Congress party. Rahul Gandhi ji is talking about Hindu, Hindutva, Savarkar, and constantly people are reminding him, Congress spokesperson are coming on television and reminding that Indira Gandhi ji has said something, Mahatma Gandhi has said something, Shahid Bhagat Singh has said something, but Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who is adept at doing the politics of extreme, cannot take a middle path here. And this again shows the poverty of imagination of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Anything, and let me put this across, anything which is remotely Hindu, Hinduness or Hindutva will be a matter of distaste for the Congress party. And this is clearly established even now. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has zero knowledge of history. And I congratulate the spokesperson from the Shiv Sena, who is actually having that spine to say that despite being in the alliance, Mr. Rahul Gandhi must be educated on the contributions of Veer Savarkar. Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, who has written a book on Veer Savarkar, has a lot to say. But unfortunately, Mr. Rahul Gandhi was constantly doing this. You still remember 2013, Mr. Rahul Gandhi tore the ordinance in front of the entire country of his own Prime Minister, Mr. Manmohan Singh. So I don't think we can expect any sort of serious discussion or any sort of contemplative discussion from Mr. Rahul Gandhi, because he has absolutely no knowledge, no understanding or no appreciation of the Indian history or the icons of Indian history. His history stops at Gandhi family. His history stops at the Congress party.
Mayur Jha, the fact is that this is the second case of defamation that Rahul Gandhi is facing in Maharashtra. Ranjit Savarkar's grandson, has already filed an FIR in this regard. In the first case, where he had allegedly insulted the RSS, Rahul Gandhi had said in court that he was willing to apologize. At the end of the day, isn't this embarrassing for your leader at the very least?
This is the falsification of a statement. Rahul Gandhi has never said that he is willing to apologize, and I am telling you, bad news for the BJP RSS here that Rahul Gandhi does not come from the party or the ideology of Savarkar. So don't expect a sorry from Mr. Rahul Gandhi. What he has said is factually correct. We may debate the political correctness of the issue and the debate, but there is absolutely no debate on the factual correctness of what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has said. Coming from a political, coming from a political party that Rahul Gandhi insulted a freedom fighter, it's a bit rich. The way the BJP, the right-wing ecosystem, day in and day out create memes and malafide content on great freedom fighters like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, they saying something like this is a bit rich. So let me tell you, Zaka, Rahul Gandhi is not going to apologize. What
no, but Mayur Jha, forget about what the BJP is saying. Your own ally, the Shiv Sena, is upset about this. Mayur, that is the reality. Your own ally, the Shiv Sena, is upset about what Rahul Gandhi has said.
What Mr. Gupta said here, I am pretty sure it is not the view of the Shiv Sena. On this issue of the role of Mr. Savarkar, I am telling you that the fundamental difference in the ideological position of the Congress and the Shiv Sena. But the coming together of Congress and Shiv Sena was not an ideological marriage, and anyone will be lying if someone says that there is an ideological marriage between Congress. It is a political understanding. It is a political understanding based on common minimum goals, based on a common minimum program. Remember the way Mr. Uddhav Thackeray was made the chief minister.
I must commend you that you have been forthright saying that it's not an ideological marriage, it's a political marriage. Whether it's a marriage of convenience, we don't know. But anyway, we'll let that be. No, fair enough. Which is why I said I commend the fact that you've been forthright about it. Anyway, let me give Sanjay Gupta the final word. Sanjay ji, Mayur Jha जो आपके ally हैं, आपके सहयोगी पार्टी है, उनका मानना ये है कि आपको कोई अता पता नहीं है कि क्यों ये तीनों पार्टी आ चुके हैं, और ये जो आइडियोलॉजिकल जो डिफरेंस है आपके बीच में सावरकर के नाम के ऊपर, ये तो रहेगा ही. वो कह रहे हैं कि आपका जो पोजीशन है वो पार्टी की पोजीशन नहीं है. बताइए जरा.
मैं तो यही कहूँगा कि मैं भूल जाऊं तुम्हें अब यही मुनासिब है, मगर बुलाना भी चाहूं तो किस तरह भूलूं कि तुम तो फिर भी हकीकत को कोई ख्वाब नहीं.
ये संजय गुप्ता जी की निजी राय हो सकती है. इस विषय पे कमेंट करना मेरे और संजय गुप्ता जी के पेश स्केल से बहुत ऊपर की बात.
इसका
40 से ज्यादा 40 विधायक हमारे इसी बात पर छोड़ करके चले गए.
Let him give the final comment.
MP छोड़ करके चले गए. देखिए, हमारी पार्टी के आधे से ज्यादा विधायक, आधे से ज्यादा MP, आधे से ज्यादा विधायक, आधे से ज्यादा MP अगर आज उद्धव जी से अलग हुए हैं तो उसका कारण सिर्फ कांग्रेस है और कुछ भी नहीं है. कांग्रेस के साथ हमारी ना तो विचारधारा बनती है, ना ही कोई बात हमारी और इनसे अलग हो जाना, इनसे अलग हो जाने पर हमारी शिवसेना के एक एक शिव सैनिक को जितनी खुशी होगी ना, इस बात का मैं बयान नहीं कर सकता. ये तो जिस वक्त अनाउंस होगा तो
देखिए वो ये भी पूछ रहे हैं कि आप शिंदे फैक्शन से हैं कि उद्धव फैक्शन से हैं. जहां तक मेरी जानकारी है तो आप तो उद्धव फैक्शन से ही हैं, बट ये तो
मैं बताता हूँ.
ये तो सवाल जायज है कि आप कौन सी फैक्शन से हैं. बट एनीवे वी लीव इट एट दैट. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
ये मैं बताता हूँ.
Uday Mahurkar and of course Guru Prakash Paswan for joining us. We'll have to leave it at that, completely out of time. All I'll say as we close is, well, Savarkar may be a historical figure, and there are people who may argue that he's a divisive figure, but it makes zero political sense for Rahul Gandhi or any political leader for that matter, even someone who disagrees with him, to come to his land here in Maharashtra. We're coming to you live from Mumbai. Come to this land and insult a son of the soil. That is just politically absolutely bewildering as to why someone would do that. That's a wrap. In a moment, the biggest exclusive tonight.